And welcome back to another episode of the Saucy Boys.
Yes, sir.
I go by the name of Chaku.
My name is Michael Stokes.
And today we have another lovely episode for you.
A lovely episode. So check this out. Here's an idea I had. How about we start just telling them what we're going to talk about at the beginning of the episode? So with that being said, on this episode, you're going to learn how to make a new, different twist on a whiskey sour. We're going to talk about some fast food confessions. We'll do a quick review of The Harder They Fall, which is a movie that just came out on Netflix last week. And then we'll go into Music Corner and talk about the whole Kanye versus Drake beef and where it's leading to.
And with that being said, now that y'all have the rollout of the show, just be prepared for all the random shit that gets tossed in between.
Absolutely. But that's just like the hook at the beginning that hopefully keeps you motherfuckers watching or listening throughout, if it keeps you interested since you know what the topics are. But yeah, glad to be back for another episode, my guy.
Yeah, feels good.
Oh, movie in the background. We're getting into the season. Jingle All the Way. A classic.
Yeah.
Love this movie.
I actually just bought a Turbo Man doll.
Yes.
And Turbo Man Funko Pop.
I witnessed it with my own eyes.
And I bought the Myron one.
I might. I'm not even gonna lie. I might steal your Turbo Man. If it ends up missing, you know who's got it. You can come looking for it, but I'm not letting it go without a fight.
The only thing that sucks is it's not gonna get here till next month because they don't really release until December 3rd.
It's gonna be right before Christmas. You know,
so I'll get my Turbo Man doll.
Especially if there's like delays in the shipping and shit,
bro.
That'd be crazy. Anyways, so what we're drinking today is what is called a forbidden sour. We did talk about how we wanted to start doing more recipes and giving that to you. So this right here, this delicious little thing. Have you tasted yours yet? I haven't tried it yet. Oh, go ahead and try yours if you want. You can bust that orange down and then.
So since we're not popping the top, we're just gonna clank it up. So this is the Bevy of the show. Yes. Mike is the bearer Bevy this week, and we're gonna get into this forbidden whiskey sour. Oh man. Okay, I see you.
See what I'm saying? Yo, tell Savannah if they need more bartenders. I'm here.
You should have seen this nigga shaking the drink.
I'm going to get into that too. So this recipe that I got for this was off of liquor.com. It was submitted on the 5th of February this year. Basically, all it is 1 ounce of bourbon, your choice. The bourbon that we picked, that I got today is called, let me get a little thing on that. The McFarland's Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon, 90 proof, 48. Let me go and get you guys that little, there you go. A little quick one real quick, 1 ounce of pomegranate liqueur and 1 ounce of lemon juice, freshly squeezed. It don't got to be freshly squeezed. And a ½ ounce of simple syrup, garnished with an orange wheel and a cherry. And that's what you got right there. It's the November special that I was able to find for us. So along the way, I'm going to actually start making the next one so you guys can see that in action. But yeah, so what are you feeling?
So if you're watching the YouTube, you'll get to see all the drinks that we get to make. And yeah, I like it. It's good. It's refreshing.
Which is not what we normally have on here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a bit better than just drinking the shit straight up. Or with like soda.
Straight, nigga.
The lazy cocktails.
Yeah, we leaned into that for a minute.
Yeah, we was doing the lazy cocktails for a long time.
Oh.
But yeah. So moving on. He's about to get into making this. Why don't you go ahead and tell him what you're doing?
Yeah. So right now I'm just adding the 1 ounce of bourbon to the.
Do 2 since it's gonna be a.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
You're right, my boy. 2 of that bad boy.
Because mine might be gone in a minute.
So you know what I was thinking when I got this? Because I bought this as a set, and this is called a jigger.
Jigger what?
Exactly. and that's exactly what went through my head. And I was like, I wonder how many non-black bartenders were saying "jigger my nigger" to each other.
Hey, you got the jigger my nigga?
Yeah. And it just, I'm just gonna start looking at bartenders a little differently from now on.
Just look at all black bartenders and be like, how you feel about the jigger?
It's like, does he ever say nigger around you? Him, right there.
That guy.
Yeah.
All right, so what's this next part you're adding?
We're adding right now, this is going to be the Pomegranate Liqueur. You can pick whatever brand you want. The one that they tell you to get is the Palma, but they didn't have that at the Total Wine.
At the Stout? What? Total Wine didn't have something?
It happens, dog.
What?
You know? So you just got to look for it.
I can't believe that.
From there, we're going to go to our little half ounce of simple syrup. So if it's a half ounce, I'm just going to do 1 ounce in this bitch.
Man, see, look at that. You a bartender extraordinaire already.
I mean, my God, look, I feel like everybody's got it in them. They just never act on the urge, bro.
You know what, though? The reason why I didn't do it for the longest time is just because I didn't know if I was getting all the right ingredients. Yeah. And, like, I always try to go by, like, with what exactly, like, is on the thing. And when they don't have it, I'm like, well, fuck it. I guess I just can't make that.
Well, fuck you then.
So, but, yeah. I need to figure out alternatives because, like I said, I'm not a fucking bartender. But
have you ever seen Cocktail with Tom Cruise in it?
No.
There is, like, a scene in that. It's one of his, like, early movies. But he's, like, just starting as a bartender. And, like, someone tells him, like, a fancy name for basically like a bourbon and Coke. And he's like, I don't know what that is. He's like looking around. He like pulls out like a book of drinks to make and shit. And then like the other bartender's like, yo, it's just a bourbon and Coke. He's like, you bitch. Why would you do that to me?
Oh, shit.
It's a crazy movie.
I got to watch that shit. I haven't seen it. Man, see.
All right.
Yo, they got to have the Turbo Man cereal somewhere too.
Ooh, Turbo Man cereal will be delicious.
I'm going to need that.
So I kind of got off track. The last thing I added was 1 ounce of the lemon juice. And so the ASMR for this week, since we did not get to pop the cork, is going to be me shaking this shit up. You know what I'm saying? That's good. It's good. It's real good. So now we got our cocktails ready to go for the rest of the pod, and we can continue forward.
All right. So when you would hit me up, you would mention this whole fast food confessions thing. And so I'm trying to figure out what this is that you're getting at.
So here's what it is. In this life, in this world, we are shamed for guilty vices and things that we like. And I don't like the shaming.
Oh, like the gas station glizzy?
Yeah, like the gas station glizzy. Great food product. I don't care if you can't expand your mind to it. You know what I'm saying? No glizzy is different than the other. All glizzies matter, I guess.
All glizzies matter.
But here's what it is. Working at a bank, there are a lot of restaurants around me that I ate at. And, you know, sometimes you get a little bit fond of them or whatnot because you eat them more often. And so in the last 2 weeks, I've eaten at 2 places that I know don't have a good rap with the community.
I think I know one.
People shit on them left and right, and I don't get why they shit on them. And the first one is when we were going up to Austin, I forgot to say this, we stopped at Arby's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Arby's gets like a really bad rap on the internet.
Which I don't know why. It's weird.
They shit on Arby's.
You know
bad.
what it is? I think it's just because of roast beef.
I think that's what I'm thinking too. I think a lot of people, the first time they were introduced to Arby's was with their nasty roast beef sandwich.
Childish.
Which is gross. I get it. But here's the thing. There's so much more than the roast beef sandwich.
You know what's crazy though? Is roast beef actually isn't bad.
It's gotten better. It's gotten better.
But it's just all them fucking memes and people's like, oh, a pussy looks like roast beef. And it's like, goddamn.
That and we got the meats.
Yeah. So.
But Arby's have like a great arsenal of chicken sandwiches. One.
They do.
They got like the Market Fresh sandwiches. The wraps are fire.
I used to get those all the time, the Market Fresh, when I was like trying to be more quote unquote healthy.
I mean, it's not really, but it's good as fuck.
It's healthier.
I mean, it's on a nice like bread with like herbs and shit in it. So yeah. I guess you could say that. But yeah. Also, another thing I don't get is like people always go to like Sonic for like mozzarella sticks and jalapeno poppers. Arby's has better ones.
You know why? Because nobody go over there, so they got time to make it.
That's what I'm saying.
They just make them motherfuckers fresh.
But when I was working at the bank, people just kept shitting on Arby's like, oh, it's bad, it's worst. And then they'll just go to fucking Sonic and get them nasty ass tots and shit. And I'm just like, what? Like, y'all are tripping. Like, And it's like if you break it down and ask these people, why don't you like Arby's? It's probably going to be like, well, I had like a roast beef when I was like 5 and I didn't like it. And it's like, I get it. If that's your introduction to Arby's, that could be an issue. Yeah. Me, they used to have a chicken cordon bleu sandwich that my mom would get. And you know what chicken cordon bleu is? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if for the people who don't know, it's basically like chicken wrapped with like either ham or some type of like, or bacon sometimes. And then it has like melted mozzarella cheese on that motherfucker. That's the first thing I ever fucking ate from there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, Arby's is good as shit. Ever since. Like my mom just let me have a bite one time and I was like, oh shit, that is good.
I forgot what my first joint was. I think the only reason I really like going there when I was younger is because of curly fries. Mm-hmm. I'm a fan of curly fries. I know you're not.
I do not like curly fries.
Curly fries is my shit. And then the Arby sauce, like the barbecue sauce.
I love it.
Man, that shit. And then you get it was like a ham and cheese, I think.
Yeah.
And I would get those all the time. But it's not better than fucking Hardee's hot ham and cheese.
This guy.
Hardee's is my, if they ever go out of business, I'm gonna fucking cry. Cause hot ham and cheese from Hardee's is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the second joint?
So, sorry about that. The second joint, and this one I'm probably going to get some debate on with you, I'm assuming.
I think I know what it is.
I like Burger King, and I don't give a fuck.
Man. Yeah, I mean, amped up. I thought you was going to say Taco Bell.
No. Never. But I can see, like, here's the thing. When I go to Taco Bell, I just order from KFC, which is another one that I don't like. I openly hate on KFC. It is the least one that I like the most.
Have you had the chicken sandwich though?
Yes. I was gonna say that
and
chicken
then the
sandwich ain't bad. And I do like their fries.
The fries are fucking good. I can eat like those fries cold.
Yeah.
I can eat those fries cold.
You definitely could. But yeah, being raised on a military base, as you should know, Burger King was like the contracted burger restaurant.
Yeah.
And so I grew up eating it. So it didn't hit me until after like long living off the base and meeting other friends that were like, oh, you like Burger King? I'm like, what? Y'all don't like, who doesn't like a Texas Double Whopper? Yeah. Like, I'm the crazy one? Like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? So these are two places that I hold dear in my heart. And, oh man, look at that Turbo Man box. I'd fight that bitch for that. Straight up. Sorry. But these are like two places that I hold dear in my heart. And I'm just like, I don't get the slander. Like a lot of times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I root for the underdog, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like Pepsi over Coke.
Yo, I like Pepsi.
But these are all things that if you say out loud, it's like you just get immediately crucified. You know what I'm saying? Like not on the lines of crucifixion, but it's just like everyone's like, oh, you're weird. And I'm just like, yo, Wild Cherry Pepsi was fucking fire.
Yeah.
And it's still better than any cherry Coke that Coke has ever came out with.
It really is. I don't know. For some reason, Coke just doesn't taste like as good to me.
It doesn't.
But if I'm in a Dave Chappelle situation, then whoever's paying,
oh, absolutely,
that's the one that tastes better.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, I would say I'm more of a Pepsi guy.
Do the Pepsi.
Yo,
do the Pepsi.
I ain't seen this movie in a minute.
It's great. Dog, I wanted one of those.
But it's crazy, like spots like that, how they catch so much bullshit from people. Because I've always liked Burger King. I used to get the rodeo cheeseburger all the time.
Oh, nigga.
That shit used to be.
Woo! All right, so
with barbecue sauce and an onion ring on it.
When the BK first opened on Randolph, the one that was called the B Extra. I think it's the BX now. Mm-hmm. They for like the first 3 years they were open, their 99-cent menu, because they had like a thing going, like you can get a Whopper for $1.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And
that.
so like we just like every time we left the gym, we'd go over there and get like a Whopper and a rodeo cheeseburger for like $2, and just paying quarters and shit because we were broke. You know what I'm saying? So
it'd be all the change you find in the laundry. And shit.
Fuck yeah! It's like, yo, this is all I got for my lunch this week. Fuck yeah, and just give that shit to them dudes, and then eventually like there was like a dude who worked there who went to Randolph, and he just gave our shit away for free. Like, we'd, like, go up and order it, and he'd be like, anything else? And he'd ring it up, and then, like, cancel it out real quick, and we'd just get free food whenever he was working.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure your sister knew him, and you might have known him, too. I won't say his name on the podcast, but he did have a sister who went to Randolph for a while.
Okay. Shit.
But it was a hookup. It was a big hookup, bro.
Man.
So what about you? What are your guilty fast food confessions out there? Your guilty favorites?
Bro, I got a lot. Cause I just be on the go all the time, so I just whatever is like convenient. I'll try to go to but like you said, it's spots like that. It's like Arby's, Sonic, fucking Taco Bell, KFC. What's another one? In-N-Out for all the Texas people that don't like In-N-Out. I fuck with In-N-Out. But I find myself going to a lot of like random spots. There's this place here in San Antonio. It's called Teddy B's, and it's off of Prue Road, but it's like connected to a gas station.
Yeah,
bro, the hot dogs there are fucking dope.
What is it just like a hot dog stand?
Well, they got burgers and shit too, and like all kinds of other stuff, and then they do like the hood rat snacks and all that shit.
Yeah.
But they have an enchilada hot dog. And they put a cheese enchilada on the hot dog.
Excuse me?
Yes. And then there's another one that's like the Hawaiian, and it comes with all this like fancy shit, and then they put like a pineapple ring on the top.
Ooh.
That one's good. They have one that has like corn on it. It's if you know about Teddy B's, like that's a nice little spot. They got some like interesting shit.
My man Teddy.
I always find myself going to like the low key spots.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, like, because they don't know it. So they're just like, oh, you eat there? Like, why would you eat there?
That's what you would call a hole in the wall, which most people know and most foodies know that hole in the walls make the best food.
Yeah.
That's what I was always told and what I've learned growing up.
I mean, that's how, like, Wayne's Wings started.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
like they was in a truck, and then it's like, now this nigga got his own store. And then there's another dude. He used to sell hot dogs off a cart down at Southtown 101. And sometimes, like, rebar and shit. But it was called Rocker Dogs.
Rocker Dogs.
And then finally he opened up a restaurant, and it's called Dogfather.
Oh, shit. I didn't know he was
Yeah.
Dogfather. That's what's up.
Yeah.
He's not homeboy who just be downtown with the cart.
Nah, not downtown.
Okay,
downtown.
okay, my bad.
But that dude, too, like after we get out of Merkaba, when I worked there, shit, you go by there, grab you a couple of bacon wrap glizzies.
Yo, the bacon wrap glizzy was untouchable.
And my mans used to hook it up because he's like,
yeah.
oh, you're the DJ across the street. Yeah. And he used to fucking hook it up. I was like, damn, bro, you ain't got to do that.
I remember like numerous times leaving and then like whoever we were with would just be like, let's go get Whataburger. It's like, nah, nigga, we going right there.
We hitting a hot dog.
we getting glizzies with the bacon on it, fam.
Yep. I'm trying to think of like some other like restaurants that people think are like gross.
Long John Silver's, but I really don't know too many people who eat that.
You know what? Long John Silver's back in the day. Because I like seafood. It's not like the best shit.
But fast food seafood just seems like accident waiting to happen.
Nah, it's just like they get the box of like Gordon's fish sticks and they just deep fry the motherfuckers in the fucking industrial ovens and shit.
Fish on a sandwich.
Yeah.
I just know that was like the first restaurant to close on Bad Booker.
I think any seafood like fast food restaurant is kind of weird.
Because there are things that like you just can't see as fast food because
and most of the time it's like spots like that, all they have is like the little like fish patty, or they have like the popcorn shrimp. Yeah, so I don't know
that shit, man. Popcorn shrimp. But yeah, I wanted to take this time out on this pod to defend Arby's and Burger King, and I'm not ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? I was shocked at how much my girl liked it, because she was like, I've never been to Arby's before, and I was just like, oh, well, you're in for a treat. It's so like I got like I think it was like the chicken bacon ranch sandwich, and she got like the buffalo chicken sandwich with curly fries because she likes curly fries also. And we like pulled over and smashed that shit before we hit the road to Austin. And she was like, oh my God, this is so good. This is really good. Like, yeah, it fucking is. It's like, don't listen to what people tell you on the internet. They're liars.
So I'm going to name some restaurants that are kind of like off.
Okay.
Like lesser known. And then you tell me yes or no. Steak and Shake.
Okay. So my only experience with it was the one in Austin, in like South Austin, and it closed down. It was okay. It wasn't great.
Yeah, it was all right. Del Taco.
Del Taco, loved Del Taco. They had fries. I thought Del Taco was better. I think Del Taco is better than Taco Bell. Personally.
Culver's.
Culver's it's okay. the butter burger ain't that big of a deal to me.
Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's is. I'm a Zaxby's guy, but we've been through this.
I was about to ask you about Zaxby's. I should have said
Zaxby's.
Raising Cane's or Zaxby's.
I prefer Zaxby's.
Hold on, let me see some of these other ones. Damn. Yeah, Culver's.
Let's get this shit.
Oh, have you ever had Cookout?
The name sounds familiar.
Bro, East Coast.
East Coast?
Like North Carolina, Virginia.
Is that like what, their version of like Golden Corral or something?
Nah, it's like they have like barbecue.
Okay.
They got hush puppies.
So that looks good. I'd want to try that. Another thing from the East Coast, well, from the Southeast that I've never tried, but I hear is good, is Bojangles.
Bojangles is dope.
Never had it. Really want to try it.
When I was in North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
we seen a bunch of Bojangles, but we went to Cookout instead.
Yeah.
But I should have went to fucking Bojangles. I was telling my sister too. I was like, they got Bojangles out here.
Yeah.
It's fucking exciting. Yeah, look, see, that's one of them on there.
Yeah, I do.
I want to try like in every state, like just like their
local thing.
Their local thing
Before it gets hoard out.
Because like Chicago has like Harold's Chicken.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
That sounds good.
I still haven't had Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
It's crazy. I think I've had it when I went to LA, but then I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? But I've eaten so much chicken and waffles everywhere that like I guess my mind's like telling me that I've had it before. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh yeah, I had that.
I've had that.
What about Waffle House?
I've had Waffle House.
For some weird fucking reason, I love Waffle House.
See, that's funny because like I feel like that's definitely one of them where like people around the rest of the country look down at the South and they're like, Waffle House is mid.
But it's funny, like you walk in that bitch and it looked grimy as fuck. But I'm still like, yeah, let me get it.
Yeah, the seats are sticky.
And it should be good though. Yeah. To me, it's good.
It's been so long. I think it's been like probably a decade since I had Waffle House. I know in Florida, specifically in Panama City, there's this place called Quorum's that they go to. Mm. And if my boy Jace ever listens or watches this, he's probably going to be happy. But they like hate Waffle House down there. Damn. Because Quorum's is the local favorite. And apparently they do shit a lot better. There's something called a heavenly hash. Oof. That everyone gets. It's like a fucking hash brown monstrosity loaded up with like bell pepper. It's like hash brown with an omelet on top of it. Damn. Essentially. But, you know, it's good. It's whatever. But I don't have an issue with Waffle House. It's good. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
I wonder what we should do a poll on or just see like what restaurants are people's like least liked.
Least like
I know number one on that list is gonna be Taco Bell because everybody be shitting on Taco Bell.
I think, like, here's the thing, like I think we just Taco Bell I can admit to that's one of the ones that like I shit on.
Okay, look, I'll tell you this: Taco Bell is not good if you want like good, but if you just want like a quick like burrito.
But here's the weird thing: I still have cravings every now and then for like a fucking gordita crunch.
Yeah, like a cheesy
like just at random. I'm like, fuck, I don't want this, but I want it. Like, goddamn.
And then the cinnamon twist to top it off.
But they never fucking have them. That's the equivalent of the ice cream machine over there.
So remember when I had the office downtown? Mm-hmm. The one Taco Bell that was down there, I'd always come to the office with it.
Yeah.
And every time I would order, I would always get cinnamon twist. And since like COVID, they tape your bag up, right? Yeah. So I wouldn't open my bag. And then when I get back to the office, I open the bag and my cinnamon twists are not there almost every fucking time.
Like, can I get some cinnamon twists? Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll put them in there.
I couldn't even be a dick though, cause like the guy at the window was like, "Oh, what's up, brother? How you doing?" Like he was just like one of them real cool dudes. He's like, "I made these extra burritos. You want them?" I was like, "All right, fuck it, yeah."
Oh no. So, how do you feel about Wendy's?
I fucking love Wendy's.
Okay, cool. I love Wendy's too.
You know what though? I don't get their burgers as much. I just get the nuggets. I'm a nugget dude. From
chicken.
Wendy's.
I'm a chicken sandwich guy.
And chicken sandwiches are good.
That's
too.
mainly what I go to for like most of these places. They got a good chicken sandwich. I'm all for it. Because here's the thing, man. I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I think Chick-fil-A sandwiches are kind of overrated now.
They are. There's so many other people that are coming out with like better chicken sandwiches.
And I think we're just afraid to say it. You know what I'm saying? I think Popeyes opened people's eyes. You know what I'm saying?
You know why though? Because the service from Chick-fil-A is unmatched.
Yeah, that's why.
Them niggas made whole fucking carports for like drive-thrus and shit.
Everyone's copied their drive-thru. thing
Yeah.
since COVID.
Since
It's
COVID.
like, but they were doing it prior to COVID.
Yeah, they got
now
like
everyone does
10, 15 people outside. I can't even look at the menu. They're just like, oh, hello there.
Yeah, I'm just
and
like,
I gotta order some. I did that shit the other day. I meant to order regular nuggets and I accidentally ordered grilled nuggets. I was like, fuck.
But normally they should have like the portable menu on the back of their little
Yeah.
their iPad or whatnot when they're taking your order.
So it's like at the end of like the transaction, you say thank you. They're supposed to say my pleasure, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The West Side niggas don't give a fuck about that.
Fuck about that.
I was like, oh, like thank you, and I'm so used to hearing, oh, my pleasure. They didn't say it, and that shit,
whatever, nigga.
that shit blew my mind. I was like, what? You forgot my pleasure?
Excuse me. You probably could have got him fired and be like, excuse, yeah, you got something to say?
I'm not that petty, but I looked, I was like, what? And then the lady through the drive-thru, she's like, all right, later. I was like, how the fuck did you get hired here? Isn't there like a screening process?
Yeah.
They fucking like haze you into fucking saying my pleasure.
I mean, like they run that shit like a military camp, bro.
Yeah.
Like just like all the shit they're doing. I remember sliding through there one time on my lunch break when I was still at the bank, and like the manager was like going around to all the people in the drive-thru working, and she was like, "Okay, our main goal for today is we got to keep the cars moving. So you got to keep your line moving, okay? If you don't keep the line moving, I'm gonna pull you off a drive-thru, and you're gonna be back in the inside cooking fries." And just she kept like going around and threatening everybody with that. It's like, you must keep the cars moving. It's
But
like
like the nicest threats, like just keep the cars moving. If not, then I gotta move you. I'm sorry.
I'm just like, relax, bitch. Like it's just waffle fries.
It's crazy because when I used to work at McDonald's, and like we had to have a certain time through like the drive-thru, and we can have cars sitting there for longer than like I don't know how many seconds, and like that was our goal each time.
Yeah.
And the managers would fucking trip.
Flipping the fuck out.
I forgot what it's called, but they're like, "Oh, you're messing up our drive-through time," and blah blah blah, and they would just be like, "Hi," and it was weird. It was to me in my head like it was a weird thing to stress about, right?
Yeah.
Because in my head, I'm what 15, 16 working there, and I see like all these managers like running around. Mind you, like these dudes were regular employees like me for the longest time. And then like seeing them in that manager position and they're just fucking stressed about drive-through times because corporate's gonna come and I'm like, nigga, I'll just quit. Like, what the fuck? Like, McDonald's is not that important to me. It was a good job, but at the same time, I was like, I'm not losing my hair because y'all niggas are tripping about drive-through times. That shit is crazy.
It's like, yo, this is Mickey D's. We gotta keep it.
It's
moving.
like I understand like good service and shit like that, but at the end of the day, the McDonald's that I worked at was like the only one in town.
Yeah. So that means y'all just got all the business.
Yeah,
regardless.
your drive-through times are gonna be about the same every time.
They're gonna be shit. Now, it would piss me off at the bank, especially back when COVID started, when like we closed the lobbies and pushed all the business through the drive-through, and people would like they'd be bitching at us on like rush hour on a Friday
It's like,
because like the lines are too long, and
Yeah.
then they'd call like the corporate. And then some person in a call center has to answer, and then they call us and like, "Is there any way you can move the lines faster?" It's like, bitch, we've got 150 fucking cars here, and they're all doing all their fucking monthly transactions at one time.
Yep.
Like, they gotta wait. Like, deal with it. And she's like, "Well, is there something we can tell this driver in the drive-thru? Wait, motherfucker." Like, yeah,
patience, my guy.
It's not gonna change.
It's funny because like so many people. Like I'll go to the bank and usually like I try to do my transactions like at the beginning or the end of the week.
Yeah.
And if it's too busy when I go, I'll just wait.
I've always been like,
I'm just like, whatever.
Fuck it. But that's also when I decided to start using the ATMs because a lot of banks now are like fully ATM special. So this is what I was gonna get into, but I moved off the list. Is the idea of like how the bank is like it's a man. I hope people who I worked with don't watch this, but the bank is a place for like a lot of talented people, and they just sit there as like because it's like their comfort zone. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I was like thinking about it because like I drive by the old bank I used to work at every time I go see my parents, and like I always scan the parking lot to see like, okay, who's still working and who's not,
whose cars there?
Yeah, who left, who got new jobs and all that, because I like to see that. There's a lot of talented, eclectic people who work there, and I just feel like they're wasting their talents just sitting in this fucking bank asking, "Yo, can I take your transaction?" And it's stupid. It's stupid. It fucking is. But the thing about it is, it's like if you came from like if you came from like fast food and went to the bank and ascended to the top ranks in there, and then it's like, okay, great.
Yeah,
dude, that's a good job. You got out of fast food, you're over here, and it's like, and that's the thing. That's why like so many people from fast food go to a bank, and excel so fast because it's like the same thing. It's just with less stress and you're not handling food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
going
it's
home smelling like French fries every day.
But yeah, there's a thin line between fries and shakes.
Nigga, you smell like French fries.
I cook you the meanest burger in the world.
Like I said, Calvin got a job. Let's rob that nigga. And for all of our viewers that are around the age of 30, you know what the fuck we talking about.
Pale show. Yeah. But no, what I was saying is like the thing that I didn't like about it was like there's a bunch of people who got college degrees in shit that has nothing to do with the bank, and they go to the bank.
I'm sorry, you just punched the shit out that midget. I mean that small person,
little buddy.
Fuck. Oh damn, my bad.
You gonna get canceled, bro. No more of this sour for you, my guy.
Oh damn.
But like yeah, there's a bunch of people who are like super overqualified to be working there, and they stay there because they're comfortable instead of like stepping out of their comfort zone and going somewhere else and excelling.
Yeah, it's just that thing of like security.
Yeah,
it's just like you don't want to take the chance on going somewhere else, and then that too is like a lot of times like a lot of people think the grass is greener, and then they go to these other jobs and they end up fucking hating it. Yeah. And they're just like, why did I do this? And they, can't go back to their old job. So I mean, I could see that being like an issue, but it's sad to see, you got a lot of people, cause I mean, even like shit that like cause I went to school for video and film production. So it's like a lot of people that were in my class that I graduated with. It's like these motherfuckers had like talent. They had an eye. They had, great writing ability and all this. And then it's like the job that they're working is just like they're a camera operator for like a church or something. And they're making like, and they're not really using like their skills
to their full.
And then they completely stop pursuing like their passion projects and shit like that. And they just put everything on the back burner. Cause I can say that shit for myself too. It's just like I had so many plans for, film and different things. But since COVID, everything kind of got pushed back. So
I don't know. It's shit, same thing. But I got out when it came to the bank. Like I
got free, nigga.
Yeah, it's like I knew from the jump. Like this isn't gonna be a long lasting thing. I had a year in my mind.
Yeah.
And then that year ran up, and we were in the middle of a pandemic, and I was like, "Fuck, I got to stay another year."
I think if you go in with that mind state to like, okay, this is only gonna be a thing. This is my goal, and you go into it like that, then that makes the transition easier.
But I can see where people can get lost and stay put.
But I'm saying, like, if that's what you have plans, like, all right, I'm getting this new job, like I'm only going to be there for 2 years because I have this other thing lined up that I want to do, and then you go and do that, then fucking awesome. But I think a lot of people are just worried about getting a job.
Yeah.
And so they're just like, oh, yes, I got the job. And then they just stay there and they don't. The fuck was that?
Hold on a sec.
Is that outside?
Yeah, I think it is. Hearing spooky noises. But
like, nigga, October is over.
Yeah.
Stop with the spooky shit. Did I lock my door?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, should I get up and like lock that for him?
Nah, it's locked. If not, I could do it from my phone.
But no, before the spooky acoustics started happening, I was gonna say one of the things that drove me to get out of there as soon is quicker was like I was having a conversation because I'd always just be chilling in my downtime looking at LinkedIn for jobs. And like I remember chilling there and I was like getting ready to submit, and like one of these girls I was working with was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just looking at other jobs, because I want to use my degree." And she was like, "Yeah, I need to finish doing my certification so I can get out of here too." And like we just kept talking, and she was like, "Yeah, this was just supposed to be like a job that I just took to get some money real quick for like a month or two, and then I was gonna leave, and that was 5 years ago.
Damn.
And like I don't like being here no more." And I was like, "Fuck that." So I was just like, no offense to you, but it's just like I have no ambitions of being here that fucking long.
You see a lot of people like that though, and they end up staying, and then they just look super unhappy.
Yeah, and lo and behold, that's what they are. Is just constantly unhappy, and it's like, what you can move to another location, but I mean, eventually it's just gonna be the same shit.
Those be the people that be at my gigs on the weekend getting fucked up, requesting Bad Bunny.
Come
on, man. I had a long week.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. I mean, that's sad to see, you know, people wasting their talents and not being able to, like, pursue the shit that they went to school for.
Yeah.
To me, it feels like, because I see so many people like that. And like I said, a lot of people from the Art Institute is like, I see maybe like 2 or 3 that are actually like out there like filming shit and doing shit. And then there's other people that their job is completely opposite. And you're just like, yo, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Like, you had an eye for this. Like, but then, you know, at the same time, it's just like life.
You don't know what happens in life.
Yeah.
I think the secure thing to do in that career field is when I was interning for Randolph Brooks. Fuck, I mentioned the bank on the podcast. Bleep that out. When I was interning for the bank, that in the marketing department, it like nestled in the marketing department, they had like a video editing team.
Yeah.
Who like cut up all like the commercials and edited all like the audio files, and it's like all of them were like Art Institute grads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you get to do it all. You still get to do it all. It's just you get health insurance and, you know, a 401k with it or whatnot. So that would be like the safe bet, as opposed to like, I'm going to write these scripts and move out to Hollywood and get onto a real set. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's the dream overall, is to like everything that you've been doing, you know, artistically and like honing your skills and just, you know, digging deep into the craft. You want to be able to put something amazing out, and then a lot of people don't get the chance to do that.
Yeah.
But that too is just like a lot of people don't really have that drive, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people are just different.
Or they get burned one time and they're like,
it leaves a bad taste in their
that's
mouth.
all I want. That's all I can handle. Fuck it.
I've been burned. I've been fired from shit, and I'm just like, whatever, bro. Like, just keep pushing. And man, it's crazy. Even the lady at the bank. It's funny that you say it. The lady at the bank, she's like, "Oh, another busy week for you." Like,
bitch, you count my pocket?
Like, well, nah. She just like, she sees me up there, and she knows that I make deposits like, you know, every Monday, Tuesday.
Damn, I didn't know I put enough in there for 3.
And so she's like, yeah. She's like, well, when do you sleep? And I was like, lady.
When I want to.
Yeah. So it's just, you got to be a certain kind of person to be able to handle shit like that. Cause
I'm going to tell you now, she didn't give a fuck about you. She was just gauging you out to see what products she can sell you.
Nah, I mean, I chop it up with this lady often.
And that's how it starts. And then the next thing you know, they're like, oh, try and push him to get his security deposit back.
Nah, she offered me some shit one time, and I told her, I was like, nah, I was like, this ain't really my main bank.
Sorry.
Sorry. I got another bank that I put all my shit in. This is just to like, this is for my bills.
I think it's funny because like if it's the bank I think you're talking about, when you go there, like I know when I go there, and I know from when I worked there, if you type in someone who used to work there, it pops up. It still pops up as like employee.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know what you're going to do. So it's like, why do you think I'm going to say yes? Because I absolutely, I don't want it. It's like, I used to have to do that. Yeah. So it's just like, don't even try it with me. Because I would never try and pitch it to anybody who used to work there or had the employee thing pop up whenever I pulled them up.
Yeah. But yeah, it takes a certain kind of person to, you know, stick with it and kind of rough it out. And I get a lot of shit too, just like with the whole DJ thing. My mom asked me today, she's like, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to DJ when you're 50? I'm like, if they cutting checks, God damn it, yeah.
If it's a residency in Vegas, you goddamn right.
And that's what I'm thinking about too. I'm just like, there's so many different things that I can do with this, and this is only one avenue that I'm working in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like my end all. The ultimate goal, I'm not gonna share with y'all because niggas be stealing shit. Mike knows what's up, but it's just like driving to, you know, get that shit done and like, you know, inch closer to it. But then the shit that you have to deal with on the way up, it's just like, oh, well, why are you doing this? Like, you don't want to do it. And why you're always out partying? You're always in the club. You're always around people. You're always.
That's how you network.
You're never home. And it's just like, it's fucking draining. It's like, nigga, I'm trying to accomplish something. It's like, y'all ain't gonna be saying that same shit if I have a residency somewhere outside of Texas, and y'all like, oh, when's the show? Like, can I get tickets? Are you gonna fly me out?
Nigga,
like,
hell no.
Yeah. Like, y'all.
Nelly, can we get tickets to the next show?
And the thing that pisses me off is like, you tell me I can't do something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, doing this, like, you can't have a family.
That's that's the worst. You can disagree
like,
with somebody's dream all you want, but as soon as you're like, well, you can't do that, you just immediately slide into hater territory to me.
And then people always say, well, oh, what do you, like, what would you think if somebody, you know, you cared about did this? And it was just like along the lines of that shit. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, why the fuck does it matter? I'm like, if you're pursuing something that you want to do, you enjoy doing it, you're making money doing it, like, what's the issue?
When there's no fun in it, that's when you when you check out.
The day I'm not having fun with it, and I told myself this, I was like, the day that I play a mix, and which is like a pre-recorded set, and I play that shit and just kind of chill behind the booth, then I'm not
just chilling at the bar drinking.
Yeah, like I'm not doing. I can understand like days, you know, being dead, but I want to keep pushing myself to like do better, you know, each time I play. And that's why anytime somebody asks like, sorry, I'm going off on like a whole thing here.
He's on a DJ rant.
I'm on a DJ rant. I'm on my Kanye rant.
We gotta start putting like a little like blinking like DJ rant, DJ rant, whenever you go into it.
Nah, man, I want to push myself to do better each time, so that way anytime I play a gig, it's just like DJs can, and I'm not speaking for every DJ, but I mean maybe some can relate. And it's just like you play certain things. It's not really a dedicated set. It's not a fucking Spotify playlist. I hate when people say that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you just add that to your Spotify? Like, no, motherfucker. I'm picking these songs. I'm hand selecting these.
Yeah.
I'm a selector. So that's what I'm doing. I'm picking these songs.
Selector.
And I just want to make it different each time. But it's kind of hard because you know what the crowd's going to react to.
I think it's funny. Like, we've touched on this numerous times in all the rants you go on.
My bad.
But I'm just saying, I always just find it so funny that like people really think that just because they pick music on their they put together a great Spotify playlist for the party, that's how a DJ with $2,000 equipment standing up at the front of a fucking bar, they think that's what they're doing. Like that trips me the fuck out. Like I never thought that people would think that in my life.
I'm really gonna pay $2 to $5 grand for equipment just to fucking play a playlist.
Yeah, to play my Spotify. Like, why would I have all this up here? Why not just plug a fucking auxiliary cord in?
Plug my phone in.
Yeah, or link up to the Bluetooth.
Buy some speakers and just like, hey, just
what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah, it's crazy to me. My response to people that always say, oh, this looks easy. Like, all you got to do is press buttons. For one, fuck off. Two, it's just like...
You got to think of a smart-ass response back.
Well, no. Anytime I say it, I was like, okay, I'm like, you stand here and you do all this shit for 4 hours, standing in one spot, and pick a song that you think is going to have an effect on everybody in this room. Not just one person. And so that's why I feel like DJs kind of fall in sets where it's just like they only play like radio shit or popular shit, because majority of people don't know, you know, and even though everybody has this, they have the smartphone, they have the ability to go on YouTube and look up songs or like have access to music like that. A lot of people still don't know that there's newer music out. So you get people coming up and they're like, can you play some shit from like 2000? It's either that or it's Bad Bunny.
Or cumbias.
Can you play some cumbias or some Bad Bunny?
I hate the people who want to hijack the music for their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, even is they can't, they're completely oblivious to the vibe.
Well, you seen that shit Saturday.
Yeah, and it's just like you don't get the vibe, do you? Like, that's the weird part. Or like the story of the old girl at Merkaba, who was like, oh, play Metallica, like in the middle of a hip hop set. It's like, what?
Yeah, like we're playing.
Who the fuck are you?
We're playing like hip hop, like, and don't get me wrong, like there's some DJs that have mixes. Okay, so this is my stance behind like some edits. Sometimes they have edits where it's like they take like a EDM song and they mix it with like a rock joint, and there's like drops and shit, and it plays maybe like the first few minutes of the rock joint, and then it goes back into like the EDM or like trap house, whatever the fuck it is. And I honestly, like, some of them are cool and they're done well, and then there's other ones that are just corny as fuck. And me personally, like, I don't like playing them shits, but like I hear other people playing them and I'm just like, yo, like sometimes they work. So that's why people come with, can you play fucking Metallica, dude? Like, fuck. So now I gotta find this Metallica EDM house trap fucking dance mix, which is weird because if you're a Metallica fan, you don't want to hear no fucking EDM mashup. I would assume, right? The bomb.
Yeah. He's like, that was a real bomb? People are sick. They disgusting, man.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, everything is real blended now, so I guess nobody really cares as long as the shit's hard. Yeah. So, you know.
No, it's crazy. It sucks, but I mean, the rewards at the end of the tunnel are great. But just I'll never understand. I can't fathom how people really think that, like, you just plugged your fucking phone up and you just got all this equipment for no reason, like, and your phone's plugged.
Can you search on YouTube?
Like, yeah, song? It's just it's crazy to me that people think that shit.
Like, nigga, what? If
like, y'all are really that fucking dumb?
Get the hell out of my face with that bullshit.
It's just oh man.
Wait, like you were saying, it's like when DJs work on shit, they like test out material, so it's almost like a comedian. Yeah, it's like you do these different gigs and you test out what works and what doesn't. So that's almost like going to a comedy club and telling the comedian, like, hey, can you just tell all knock jokes? Yeah, like, fuck out of here. No,
how about you tell nothing that offends me?
Like, nigga, you paid to come sit here and watch the show. Yeah, or you're like, you chose to come to this place.
It's like, I got the microphone, you're not gonna win this battle. Yeah, I'm the one playing the music, you're not gonna win this battle.
Yeah, it's like you chose to go to those spots, and there's plenty of other spots. I don't want you to leave.
There are spots that cater directly to the music you want to listen to, that you can go to.
And it's like, I don't want you to leave. I want anybody that comes to anywhere I'm at, I want them to have a good time overall. But if you're just like nitpicking and being annoying, because there's some people that, and it's the same people. Yeah. It'll be the same person that comes up like every 5 minutes. Like on Sunday, this chick, mind you, I had just played like 2 or 3 Bad Bunny songs, no bullshit, back to back, right? And so this chick
always happens.
This chick comes up and she's like, "Hey, could you play some Bad Bunny?" And I was like, "Did you not hear me playing this shit like the past 3, 4 songs?" And she's like, "Okay, well, if you don't want to play that, then can you play some SPM?"
Hell no.
And I'm like, I don't even think I have that on my fucking laptop.
I don't. That's another thing I don't get, the love for SPM. I never understood that shit.
I think it's just a hair thing.
SPM is garbage. Fucking garbage. One of the worst fucking rappers I've ever heard in my goddamn life.
Didn't he like rape a little girl or something?
Yes.
And people still bump that? How come that nigga ain't canceled?
I don't know.
That nigga got mob ties or something.
I'm saying. SPM is fucking garbage.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. I can't. That. Lil Rob, horseshit.
Was that the Summer Nights joint?
Oh, man. That song makes me want to kill myself.
Night. You know who used to play that shit all the time? Is fucking annoying? Is Jasmine. She'd be like, "What? This song's good."
No,
I'm
it's
like,
not.
Nah. What would be like a song from one of our audience, like our like rap? Like, what would be a rap song that like other people could look at and be like, "Nah, ugh."
Man, I don't know.
Because you could look at other artists and like other genres and be like, "Oh, I would never listen to that."
Well,
so like,
SPM is rap, I guess.
Yeah.
Anything from Tekashi.
Oh shit, yeah.
Don't really fuck with him.
With the blicky up,
boogie with the sticky.
Yo, people was hype on his ass for a minute too, and then like, where's he at?
No, he ain't doing shit no more.
He got a lot of money though.
Yeah.
Snitches, man.
Snitching.
But yeah. So the main point of this conversation, folks, was follow your dreams.
Follow them.
And when people come up and request Bad Bunny, just
No, be a good person. Don't come up and request Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
especially after it's already been played.
5 times.
That's all you're getting that night. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah,
you've got more Bad Bunny on your phone. You can just listen to it on the way home, or ask the Uber driver.
I never got that neither. Too, it's like you have this on your phone. I for a while too, like I would get mad and I'd be like, "Why don't you go play it in your car?" Yeah, that'd be my response because it would get annoying. I'd be like, "Why don't you go? You got an iPhone? Go play in your car.
Yeah.
Like, you can't look at, and I think the one thing that would always set me off is that comment. Well, can you like look on YouTube? Nah, I can't look on YouTube.
Can't look on YouTube. You a nicer nigga than me, man. I would have been caught a charge already from this shit. I just.
And then that too, people get close and they like spitting and shit.
Like homie on Saturday got real fucking close, and he was like biting his nails too. Yeah. And I was just like, bro, get the fuck back.
See,
man.
The first two dudes that came up were like annoying about it. And
then when they sent the peacemaker later on, it was like, okay, that's all you need to do.
I was like, this guy I fuck with.
He's like, he's been playing for like 2 hours now. Cool, we can fit it in. But like at the first 10 minutes of the set, you're gonna take it over? Like, go sit the fuck down.
And then the mans came back, brought us shots.
Yeah,
you know,
and forced us to drink them in front of them.
Yeah, that's crazy. Which I'm glad it was like within our line of sight. We could see him bringing them from the bar, so that way there's no funny shit going on.
No funny shit.
But
slide a little.
You know, most of the time, like when people bring me drinks like that, like I dump them shits out. I'm not even gonna front. If I don't know you, like I'm dumping that shit out. This dude, when I was playing on Sunday, he had ordered a bottle. Did I tell you this? I feel like I said this on the show. He had a bottle, and so he's like, dog, he's like, everything you play is fucking dope. Yo, dude. he was mad hype. And I was like, dope. And he tipped me. And then he was like, hey, man, my bad. I hate to ask you this, but can you play Doja Cat in the Weekend song for my girl? And I was like, you know what, bro? I got you. So
it's not Bad Bunny. I got you.
So I started playing it, and he comes up with a big ass like cup, and it's just full of Red Bull and vodka. Oh, mind you, this is like middle of the day. I don't day drink. And so he's like, hey, there you go, bro. Vodka Red Bull.
Triple.
For you. It's fucking dope. He was just mad excited. I can't match that dude's energy.
He sounds like someone who drinks vodka Red Bull.
I can't match that dude's energy, but he was hyped. And then, so he's like walking away, and I just like picked it up and like cheers them and then set it down. And so I had he didn't see me because he turned around. Yeah. And so like the DJ booth, I had a bucket and it was full of ice and like waters because I gotta stay hydrated, baby. Gotta stay hydrated, baby. And so I took all the waters out of there and I just poured that shit in the bucket. So, dude, if you follow me on any social media, you hear this. My bad, bro.
Big man.
I appreciate it, but I didn't know like what the fuck was in that, and I ain't trying to have a fucking roofie story to tell.
This girl was like, hey, I want to take him home, honey.
Roofie him. And it's weird because San Antonio is one of them cities where niggas be swinging.
So did I ever tell you the story of when I roofied myself on accident?
Wait. What? Did you have roofies?
Oh, okay, DJ. This podcast is gonna take a quick turn. No, I wasn't intentionally looking for roofies. And statutes of limitations, I bought some green, you know what I'm saying, from a dealer. And the dealer, at the time, it still is the rage amongst these 20-year-olds is bars, Xanax. I wanted I was looking for some bars also. And he was like, I got these right here. And I just got so caught up in the fact that they were yellow school buses. Now, I don't know if you know what a yellow school bus is. A yellow school bus is so an original Xanny bar back in the day. I don't know if the types have changed. This is getting really, really grimy. I don't know if the types changed.
They got like little Tesla like.
Okay, so they've changed. Like they've changed. So back in the day,
I don't know if that's fucking. I don't know because I don't do drugs.
Back in the day, you can get a 2-pack, a 4-pack. Or the footballs. The footballs, of course, are explanatory. They're pills in the shape of like a football. The 2-pack is like the rectangle, but it has like one line down the middle. And then the 4-pack was the same thing as the rectangle, but it had 4 tabs on it. And so what he gave me were yellow school buses. That's what we called them. So it was the 4 tabs, but they were yellow. And I zoned in on him, and I was just like, oh, fuck yeah. And he was like, I'll throw these in with the shit you're buying for like this price. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Take it. My homeboy has a birthday party that weekend, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get lit. You know what I'm saying? So I pop one, I drink a beer.
Smoke one, drink one, pop one.
I take a sip of a beer, and like everybody's out back smoking, and like I shit you not, within like 10 minutes of me taking that shit, like I can't even stand up. And I just remember there was like a dollhouse outside, like one of those like those Fisher Price like fucking houses. Outdoor houses that little toddlers have. Yeah. And like I like tried to sit on the roof and I slid down And then like my homeboy like grabbed me. He's like, dog, go sit down inside, bro. You're embarrassing us. And I was just like, fuck, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. So like I like go inside and like, mind you, the party's just starting. It's like 9:00. We get there early. And like I sit down and like people are still coming to the party and shit. And I'm at the kitchen table in the middle of the party. And I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to put my head down for like 10 minutes and then I'll get up. And then like the next thing I know, my homies are like waking me up. They're like, yo, wake up, fool. Wake the fuck up. I'm like, yo, what? And just like, yo, it's time to go. We're leaving. I'm like, we just got here. And it's like, bro, it's 4:30 in the morning.
God damn.
And that's when it hit me. I was just like, what the fuck are these? Because anytime I took bars, like it just gave you a nice buzz. It like amplified your buzz and it's like you just felt good. You know what I'm saying? Like you could still enjoy yourself.
Damn.
But this shit like KO'd me. And I was just like, I was scared of him. I was scared of him, so I flushed him the next day. And then like I re-upped from the guy again. And I was like, yo, I didn't like those bars you gave me. He was like, oh, those were date rapes, bro. Didn't you hear me tell you that? I was like, no.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he was just like, yeah, man. I thought you said you wanted roofies. I was like, no, I wanted yellow school buses.
That nigga tried to hang over.
Like, yeah, and I accidentally fucking roofied myself. Like, I couldn't believe I did that shit. That's my old. That's Michael the druggie story from when I was like 19, 20 years old. Long time. Statute of limitations over. You know.
God damn.
But yeah, so watch out. Check your shit. Also, don't do that shit because it can be addictive and it's bad for you. So stay off the drugs.
Yeah,
people.
don't do drugs, kids.
You know what I'm saying?
Just drink.
Yeah, just drink
with the saucy.
Just
boys.
drink and smoke like some.
But don't drink a lot because you gonna fuck up your liver. And
yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to get in a wreck. You don't want to die.
We're taking one for the team.
Fuck yeah.
You know, we're drinking all this stuff, so you don't gotta drink it.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, let's move on now. That took a dark turn.
Yeah. What, this nigga just has roofies?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you even get roofies from?
A pack? Don't know.
No clue. How's anybody that sells shit comfortable with having roofies?
Bro, yeah.
That's just not some shit I could have in my crib.
There's shady people out there, bro. And like, granted, the dude turned his life around. He's a really good guy now. Like I follow him on like social media and shit. I see him. He's raising his daughter. He's like married and all that shit. He turned his life around, but at that time he was in a dark place in his life. And so was I.
I think when we're young though, it's just like doing wild shit. I never did like no crazy shit. So I've never done any like bars or Molly or anything like that. No eggs. Never done coke. Although some people swear I fucking do it. You don't never sleep, man. You must do coke. Nah, nigga, I just fucking. I got drive, baby.
I'm high off life, bro.
I'm high off life. Like Kid Cudi. Yeah, I've never done. I smoke weed.
Yeah.
I mean, but who hasn't?
I mean, yeah, especially nowadays. I feel like you don't have to hide that shit no more.
You know, if I didn't have a regular job, I'd probably go back to doing that because my anxiety lately has been fucking off the rails, nigga. I just been.
Well, here's the thing: the weed can actually amplify your anxiety even more.
That's if you do sativa though.
No. Oh yeah, sativa is the one that pumps your heart up.
Yeah, I need the upper, the indica.
I am the indica and the hybrid guy. Like all that shit,
I can't do
fuck with
hybrid. I got to do indica because So a long time ago, I went to Denver and I ended up bringing back some gummies, and they were sativa. I was like, fuck. I was like, let me get these because I need something. I need to function.
Yeah.
And so I ate half of one. Right. I had to go to work, and I meet up with my girl for lunch. Nigga, I'm sitting across the table from her just cheesing the whole time. And I'm trying not to make it look obvious. And she goes to the bathroom, and I'm sitting at the table. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh, fuck. I was like, she knows. Which, mind you, I don't know why I'm fucking paranoid about it because I'm a goddamn adult and I could do whatever the fuck I want to do, right? Yeah. But for some reason, and she was the one that bought the shit with me. So I don't understand why she would even. But I was like, man, she's gonna be mad. I'm over here fucking. I'm high as shit.
That's me.
Like
that's me. Like
I'm tripping, right? And so I'm just smiling the whole time. She's like, why the fuck are you smiling like that? And I was just like, oh, just excited to go to work, I guess. Yeah. I couldn't like make no shit up. My brain was just moving so fast. This shit was crazy.
So I used to come out of retirement, because I retired in 2016 as like a full-time smoker. And then like I used to come out of retirement for like 2 weeks around my birthday. So it would be like 2 weeks prior to my birthday and then leading up to it. And I'd be done after that. I'd get like one thing of it and just smoke it and then never buy anymore again for another year. But the last like 2 years when I would do that shit, like my anxiety would just like go through the roof and I'd just start like thinking all this fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, man, I think the last time I did it was when I got the job at the bank. Like I just got the internship. I passed my piss test and everything. And I still had some left over because like all that shit occurred around my birthday. So I'd already bought it. And I was like, oh, let me just finish this off now that I got the job. And I smoked it and I was just like, man, they all hate me at work. They fucking hate me. Like I just kept thinking that shit. I was just like, man, I can't smoke this shit no more, man. I'm tripping.
That should be fucking
it's
people
like
up.
they know I smoke weed. It's like they didn't know I smoked weed, but it's just I don't know. I got in my head too hard. And then even when I went to Denver earlier this year, same thing. I was just like super paranoid and on edge when I smoked it. So I'm just like, fuck, I don't really like this no more.
Yeah,
I don't like smoking it. I can eat it. I'll eat it.
I had a pen.
Edibles.
I have a couple of pens actually. I haven't finished them, but I just stopped smoking them because I was like, man, somebody gonna rat me out. Even though like I work for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna get fired?
Exactly.
Like I work for myself.
My new job don't piss test. I thought they did.
Yeah, it's just that thought in the back of your head, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It still feels wrong.
Like I quit. I mean, I have clean piss anyways. I mean, no big deal, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like when I changed jobs from the bank to where I'm at now, like I was just like, man, how are they gonna piss test me? Because I don't even work in the state that they're in. Like, are they gonna mail it all the way? I was just like, what are they gonna do? And then it's just like they send me my offer contract. I sign it, and they're just like, great, you start then. You start on this day, and I'm just like,
yeah,
huh? no piss test. Like so, but yeah, that's becoming more and more taboo, anyways. But yo, let's move on to this movie we saw last week, bro. The Harder They Fall.
Yeah, man. So there's so many things that I could say about this movie, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it.
I'm trying to be as spoiler free as possible.
So what I'm gonna say is to kind of. I don't want to overhype it. It was a really good film.
Yeah.
I like the aesthetic and the way it was shot. Soundtrack was dope, and it was crazy how they could make like a reggae track fit with a western.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was cool. The acting in it was phenomenal. Jonathan Majors was really dope.
My guy.
Lakeith Stanfield was fucking amazing, and the story was well written.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of keeps you into it the whole time.
Yeah, definitely.
And in my opinion, I wish this was a theatrical release versus a Netflix.
Netflixy.
But we're talking about that. You said because Netflix scooped it up, but then it's like Red Notice is a Netflix release, but that shit gets a theatrical release too.
It does.
They have it at the Palladium.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went the other night to go see the Eternals, and they had Red Notice there, and I was like, what? It's just because it's The Rock, though. They don't want a bunch of niggas in the theater with fucking cowboy hats on. Nah, I'm just playing. But,
nice
overall.
With the blam blams.
Nice with the blam blams, baby. But overall, yeah, the movie was really good. I didn't really hear anything about it leading up to watching it. Mm-hmm. And then once I, like, seen the trailer, I was like, oh, okay, let me check it out. And then when I watched it the whole time, I was just into it. So
I think the first time I heard anything about it was probably, like, I think it was like a year ago or something.
See, I didn't even hear it.
Like, I heard them, like, ensembling the cast and everything. And they were just like, yeah, Netflix is going to produce, like, a black Western. A Western with, like, an all-black cast. And these are the names who are linked to it. And I was just like, oh, okay. That sounds dope. Can't wait to see it.
The first I heard of it was when Jay-Z was doing the parties and shit for it. And that was, like, 2 weeks ago.
And that was just, like, the added cherry on top.
Yeah, that was, like, the only...
I
was like, what? I was like, okay, now I got to check this out.
But it was something I definitely like had in the back of my mind of like whenever they do that, I'll be there for it just because I'm like whatever, I'll see it. And then like the added of like Jay-Z's backing it, which was cool. But also the same thing. I don't want to overhype it, but to me it was like it's the violence of a Tarantino movie, but without all the racism.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And it's like the right amount of violence.
Yeah,
it's not realistic, but it's. but it's not like Tarantino shit where fucking there's like gallons of blood everywhere and shit. Although I love Tarantino. Tarantino's dope.
Yeah.
But that was the added thing with this film is just like, you know, when you get movies and it's an all black cast and you know you got like that, just that thing. I don't know, for some reason around like movies with the all black cast,
they skimp on the budget. You said.
Well, I'm not even skipping on the budget, but it's just like it doesn't get enough shine because everybody kind of puts it in this like, they like pigeonhole it into like, oh, it's just another black movie, like a Medea or, you know, some shit like that. So like seeing this one come, like, I think the films that have done this well with all black casts are gonna be like Us, anything that Jordan Peele's done, and then this movie with this new director. I've never heard of him before, but yeah, overall, that really good movie.
It's like, it's what they would definitely stereotype is like, oh, it's a black movie, but it's getting like mainstream appeal, which is like something that we're seeing more and more happen now with the success. It's like I said, I thought Black Panther was it's a mediocre movie, like plot wise and everything.
See, and that's what I was getting at. My bad. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, it's just like you have an all black film and it's like the black community like hypes it up. Yeah. And they try to make it seem like better than what it actually was. So like you said, Black Panther was an okay movie.
It's an okay movie, but I understood what was at hand. Yeah. So I supported it and gave my money because I still wanted to see black movies get mainstream money thrown at them and get the mainstream backing behind it and see them succeed. Because I understood, like, if this movie succeeds, the black superhero movie, then it's just going to open the floodgates for a lot of other black people to get their hands on all these beloved properties that I like so much. Yeah. So that's why I was there to support it. But with that being said, I'm not going to walk out and be like, oh, that's the best superhero movie Marvel's ever produced. Yeah. I'm just like,
it was, I mean, don't get me wrong, Black Panther was a really good movie. Yeah. But it like you said, it's just that hype thing. It's like, oh yeah, Black Panther doing it.
Exactly.
Like, it's that shit. Like you could say it's a good movie, nigga, and like the black community's still gonna accept you.
Exactly. Exactly.
You don't have to say it's like the most amazing thing on earth since.
It's like, I heard a lot of like game changer. This is a game changer. Yeah. I'm like, in like the movie production realm and getting shit greenlit, fuck yeah, it's a game changer. But like if it's just like a comic book movie style, like not really.
I think the few directors, and this is just from like what I've seen, that have been able to like do that very well and put black stories out and, you know, more content from, you know, black creators would probably be like Lena Waithe, Jordan Peele, this new director for Harder They Fall, I forgot his name. Who else? Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogs.
I know there's a few more that I'm missing, but
Antoine Fuqua.
Oh yeah, so yeah, man. Like I'm excited to see where they go with the second. That's my AC shit.
My bad. You got some creepy noises in this bitch, bro.
You know what, man? My fan in my bedroom, that bitch be moving right when my AC's on. So I was like, okay, the fan's blowing it. Cool, nigga. My AC was on full blast, and I was laying in bed, and that bitch was not moving. I was like, what the fuck? And then today, like, it was moving, and then my AC went off, and I seen it going slow. I was like, damn, maybe the ghost got the memo of that. Like, I know what he's up to.
Like, he's on to me.
He's on to me. I got to stop the fan.
I got to chill now.
But yeah, so if you get a chance, check out Harder They Fall. It was a really good film.
Definitely. What's our count right now?
We have some time, but it's all good because, you know, the people that really fuck with us are going to listen to the whole joint.
Cool.
And if you got a long car ride, that's even better. It's more content for you, baby.
Yo. So for Music Corner.
Oh, wait. Before we get into Music Corner, I just want to say this. I have realigned my list of actors that I really fuck with. And right now, my tops are going to be Jonathan Majors and fucking Lakeith Stanfield. That is... Jonathan Majors for sure, because like the shit that he did at the end of Loki, and just like all the shit that I've seen him in since then, and all the roles that he's gonna get in the future, like I'm really fucking excited for.
I told you about how like I literally subscribed to Disney Plus just to see the finale of Loki, and then unsubscribe to it. That's all I wanted to watch.
Mind you, this man is completely against.
I hate Disney.
But he was like, I would have gave a nigga my password for Disney Plus if I'd have known that. But he took it upon himself to be like, I like this dude's acting so much that I'm going to buy this shit for a second. And I'm going to cancel that shit ASAP. And I got a month of Disney Plus so I could rewatch this last episode of Loki because it was that fucking good.
See, it's because I just couldn't find the clips of it on YouTube. So, fuck. It's like, checkmate. Well played, Disney. I'll subscribe for a month. And that was it. But, you know what I'm saying? But nah, Jonathan Majors, all the success to that man. I hope he takes it to the moon.
You know he's our age?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
A lot of niggas are.
Jonathan Majors, I'm coming for you.
I thought it was crazy that Chadwick was. I always thought Chadwick was our age also, but he was in his 40s.
Yeah, he's almost
early
like
40s.
40 something.
Yeah. So that's crazy, but that just goes to show you how much harder it is to blow up being a black actor. You know what I'm saying? Like the role that would have took him to the moon at a young age probably went to someone else.
Yeah. What are some black actors that are really doing their shit right now?
Oh man.
I'll say Jonathan Majors, Lakeith, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, of course. Michael B. Jordan's starting to become like the oversaturated name.
Yeah, I hate that for him.
Like I get tired of it. It's getting to the point where any movies getting made and it seems like Hollywood's just like, oh, we need to cast a black lead in this one. Let's get Michael B. Jordan.
But then the shit that they cast him for, it's all like the military dude, the cop, the fucking I don't know. But yeah, shout out to Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, keep doing your thing, brother.
Who else?
Man,
John David Washington.
Yeah, him. He's doing it too.
Tenet, he did really good in that.
He got Tenet. He got the movie on Netflix with Zendaya.
And he got another fucking movie that's on Amazon Prime, and I think it's on Netflix too. But it was shot before he blew up. See, and that's what I was thinking too, because I watched it and I was like, this ain't that good. Yeah. This ain't that good. But yeah, he's getting his shit, and he's getting his shit off aside from being Denzel's son too, so that's pretty good. Yeah. Idris, of course. But he's been in the game forever though. Yeah, he's been in the game for a minute. He's like the ultimate villain. Yeah. As well as he plays a villain, I bet you that dude's the nicest fucking guy. No, he is. He's a DJ also. And he's a DJ. I would like to meet that guy. Does remixes. He does a bunch of shit. He's done a lot of music. I feel like he wouldn't even dap people up. He just gives people hugs. What's up, bruv? And he probably smell amazing. No homo. No homo. He probably smell left field and motherfucker, man. He looked like he would be a dude that smelled nice, you know? No, that sounds weird, but I'm just saying I want to smell like Idris Elba. When I cut my hair, my girl was looking at it. She was like, "You got so many gray hairs." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get my Idris on, my Idris Elba, you know." And he's a rapper. Yeah, man, my guy. Shout out to Idris. Trying to get my shit to come through like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, hey, if you ever want to collab, let me know. I'll give you my number. I'll shoot it to you. That's crazy. Isn't he playing a Knuckles? Sonic? Yeah, he's going to be the voice of Knuckles in the new Sonic movie. So that'll be dope. Nice. That'll be dope. Man, we just went all over the place with this one. Oh, Daniel Kaluuya. Oh, yeah. That nigga's eyes is big as shit. He got some big-ass eyeballs. Yeah. But he's really good, too. I first seen him on Black Mirror. Oh, yeah. He was in an episode of Black Mirror. It was the one where they were doing they were stuck in that thing and they were riding the bikes and shit. I forgot I saw him on in Sicario, the first one. He's he's what's her name's partner. Damn, I didn't know that. Fuck, I forgot her name. She's in the girl from A Quiet Place. Emily Blunt. Yeah, she's in the first Sicario. Yeah, he's in that as her partner, and that's the first one we ever saw him in. Yo, Sicario. The opening scene for that it's crazy. It was fucking wild. Yeah. I was not expecting that when I first seen that. I think that's what kind of kept me. I was like, God damn, there's all these bodies in the fucking wall. Shit is crazy. It's fucking wild, bro. Okay, all right. So moving on. Enough of the movie talk. We're gonna get into the music corner. Music. Kanye. My bad. I'm sorry. Ye versus Drake. Drake. So. We got some news this week. First, let's back it up. That Drink Champs interview was
incredible.
Yeah.
And apparently there's going to be a part 2.
There's going to be a part 2 on Thursday.
And
I'm excited.
I'm waiting with bated breath
yeah.
for this, to see this interesting shit. But out of that comes this random video, which I've seen hostage videos before. It looked like that nigga was a hostage, bro. Jay Prince took this nigga Ye hostage and made him read a ransom letter basically saying that he needs to squash the beef with Kanye. And it got me thinking, man, how many of these, like, I mean, like, the history speaks for itself. Because when I saw that video, like, I started riding around listening to that song on More Life with Kanye, Glow. And I started thinking, I was just like, man, this is another one of those situations where the niggas hate each other, but everything they jointly touch is fucking fire.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking, I was just like, if we can get an album out of this would be a success.
Show me a good time.
Oh yeah. But then it's also, I was thinking, like, what other things did we miss out on because niggas had beef? And the only other thing I can think of that would probably touch this, if they can get this, if this does happen the way they said, would probably be 50 in the Game.
Yeah.
Because that's another situation of, like, every track that they did together, everything they did together was fucking fire. And then that beef just happened out of left field. And it's just like, oh, what? We're not going to get, like, a G-Unit album?
We still need more songs.
Like, yeah, like, why? Why do y'all want to fight each other? Like, no. Like, and it's crazy. But, like, we're on a precipice of it again. And I'm like, man, I'm really hoping this nigga comes out on the 7th.
Yeah, I hope he does too. And I hope that they do a joint album called, I don't know, but something light skin. And I just think that would be really dope for them two to get together and do some shit.
Check it. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking? Here's what needs to happen. So, get this. Watch The Throne 2 is Kanye and Drake.
Oh.
Now think about it like this.
We used to say with features from Jay.
We used to say the big thing back in the day was like, oh, Watch the Throne is just Kanye featuring Jay-Z. Because it was basically Jay, like, handing off the baton to, like, to Ye of, like, hey, get your shit off. You know what I'm saying? I'm here hyping you. What if we reach a point where Ye is just like, you know what? I'm gonna play the big homie part on this album. I'm handing the baton off. Like, it's you.
That'd be
like
dope.
We know it's you. Talk your shit. Get your shit off, and I'm just gonna be there with the perfect quintessential accoutrement verses for you.
How crazy would it be to hear Drake on, like, new Ye shit?
It's like, man, what's the song?
Like,
on,
what if he was on Praise God,
yeah,
or Junior?
Junior, that's it. Junior's the one. I think it's Junior. I think that's the one. When I heard it, I was just like, I heard that shit. I was like, man, was Drake supposed to be on this?
Or
like,
even Believe What I Say?
Yeah. Because there's just so many songs on the new album that it literally sounds like Drake can float on all these.
Yeah.
Like a Drake verse on any of these would be, mwah. You know what I'm saying? Just one of them verses.
So this is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping they squash their shit. They start working on a joint album, and then on the deluxe version of Donda, Drake does guest verses on a few of the Donda songs.
Just all Drake features on it,
and then
a deluxe version of CLB
has some Kanye.
It
shit
just
on
has Kanye on it. Like they drop Young Thug's verse from Too Sexy and put Ye at the end.
Dog, that would actually be fucking crazy.
Bro.
A Ye verse on Too Sexy.
Yes.
Can y'all share this?
Yes.
And get this out here? I need Kanye. I need Ye.
See what I'm saying?
And Drake to get this shit together,
bro,
so that way we can get a verse from Kanye on Way Too Sexy.
I'm saying, dog, like, squash the beef.
That'd be fucking amazing.
Squash that shit for us, man. You know what I'm saying? Not just me and Chaku, but for the world. This is music
for the world, Ye.
Missing out on music. We got to get Larry Hoover free. Fuck.
Not for the city, for the world, Ye.
Yeah.
Top flight. Oh shit, man. Well, damn. This episode ran kind of long.
Sorry about that.
We had about an hour and a half.
God damn, really?
Oh, we've been getting into it, baby.
Wow, we didn't even have fucking the Brothers Binge with us, and we ran that long.
No, damn. Which we got to get them back. That'd be dope to do another episode. Maybe a holiday special.
Yeah, definitely.
But damn, okay. Well, with that being said, we hope that Ye and Drake come out with a joint album after they squash their beef, and then all the 2022 is just fucking butterflies and sunshine and rainbows and shit. So, all right. Well, on that note, I'm getting up out of this piece. We'll see y'all next time. And as always, if you got any comments, questions, critiques, or anything, hit up the Saucy Boys Pod on Instagram, or the email. It's on the end of the videos at the YouTube. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff, and we appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Later.